Welcome. In this video, I will show you that how you can create a broadcast news animation intro in After Effects. First, I will create a new composition and rename it as broadcast comp and change the width, the height to 1920 to 1080. Frame rate and duration should be around 20 seconds. Hit OK. There are two map image assets that are free to download from FreePic. I will share the links, and also I will show you their preview so that you can easily download them. First, for the background, we are going to use this world map background design with dots, and other is this gray world map. You can download these both. These are free to download and import in After Effects. I have imported these both images in After Effects. Using Ctrl+Shift+C to pre-comp this and name it as dotted map. And use color key to remove this white color. You can see now we have this dotted background. Go back to the broadcast comp, add a new solid, and its color is okay. Rename it as background. Increase its scale so that it will fill the whole screen. Use effect motion tile and increase the width to 250. Use position keyframe and on 10 seconds move it towards the left side. The motion tile will help to duplicate this whole image on the right or left side. F9 to easy ease. In this background, we can add gradient ramp and change the ramp to radial ramp and change this color to white and end color to gray, and change the mode of this dotted map to overlay. Add fill effect and change its color to black. Use this shape layer tool and draw some ellipse. Disable the fill and add the stroke. Change the color to red. Ctrl-Alt Home to center line and Control Home to center line during the composition. Increase the stroke. Again use ellipse tool and draw again circle and center align it. Disable the stroke and change to this fill. Change the color to dark gray. Rename it as main circle. Change it to circle stroke 1. We will animate them one by one. And it will go back to 0. F9 to easy ease, like this. We will increase its duration. Again duplicate it and increase its width and change its color to dark gray. Change its scale to 147. This main circle from 0, increase its scale to 164 and it will go back to 0. F9 to easy ease. You can see it is hiding the below layers, so we will change their mode. Again, I will duplicate this main circle and increase it to the whole screen and delete this end. Again, duplicate it and change its name to mask and pick with the track mat and set it to it and set it with this layer and change the track mat to alpha matte inverted. Again, duplicate these both strokes and for this stroke change its multiply to screen. Increase its scale. I think multiply is good. We should try to decrease the opacity. Okay. So you can see our initial animation is ready. We will tweak these layers after we have added our map. So this is our map image and we will increase the width to 1920 and height into 1080 and drag it so that we can increase its size like this. It's okay. And rename it as map with background and duplicate it and rename it as map without background. For without background, a simple effect we can use color key. It will remove the white color. For the map without background, after applying the color key, add fill and change the color to dark gray. Again, pre-comp it and press Ctrl K. It will reveal the composition settings and change its name to world map inner. Use effect CC sphere and change its radius to 450. We will use rotation and we will rotate on Y axis. Change the light intensity to 110. Change the ambient to 40 and diffuse to 85. Inner map is ready. So we need to change the color to the dark color. We will use levels for this and input black, and that's it. We have achieved the color. After this, pre-comp it and rename it as world map outer. Use CC sphere. Change the radius to 450. Use Y rotation. So it will rotate with the keyframes. Change the light intensity to 108 and height to 100. So it will be centered. Change the light direction to 0 and for shading, change it to 42 and for diffusion, change it to 83. So both our globes are ready, but you can see there is some little difference in this fill. What we will do, we will add a solid so that it will cover the whole. Now you can see the issue is resolved. I will go back to the broadcast composition, add these both world inner and outer apply effect tint on both of these maps, and for outer change the black to any color you want, blue, black, green, yellow, which color you want. I will change it to blue. Okay, and simple, change the inner one also to this blue color, dark blue color. Okay, so the inner will be below than the outer, and change the mode of both these two linear blur. Now change the opacity of this inner to 35. At this point you can see, press S and scaled it to 0, and at this point change it to 66, or I would say change it to 72. So both will change at the same point, and again reduce the size, and after few frames increase it so that it covers the whole screen. A little keyword tweaking is required at this point, and after few frames change the scale and press P. It will reveal the position, keyframe the position, and make it appear at this point. Also F9 to easy ease these compositions. One more thing that we need to apply on this dotted map, use this lip tool and draw a mask over it. And change it to subtract and increase the feather. And we have added this feather because this sphere in the end will appear at this position, and after that this animation is ready. You can see we have set our color of this globe to blue, so we will change these strokes color also to blue so it will align with the theme. You can make these changes with your own color. Now adding the text, create a new text, change the text to, also change its color to Control Shift C to pre-comp this text. In this drop down menu, add animate and add tracking, and in tracking range selector, we will use range selector, but first in the advance change the shape to ramp up and change the characters to characters excluding spaces. In the animator one, we need to add some properties. First we will add the property of scale, and then add the property of opacity, and the final property will be blur. Change the scale to 450, opacity will be 0, and increase the blurriness to 5. You can see our text will start appear like this. Now change the end to 35, and we will animate the offset. Okay, from -39, and in 1 second our animation will appear like this. You can see that our text animation is ready. Select the keyframes and F9 to easy ease the whole animation. In this way you can duplicate it and change the color to black Also, you can use whatever font you want and add this text again. Draw the ellipse with the help of this shape tool and disable this fill. Increase the width, center align it, change its color to gray and change it to soft light. Make this layer 3D. Increase the scale a bit and duplicate it again and decrease the scale. Press S to reveal the scale, keyframe it and set it to 0 and then change it to 107. You can enable the motion blur, enable 3D on this and fill. Rename it as mask. Again duplicate it and enable the track matte and change it to inverted. In this way, our news broadcast animation is ready. If you want, you can make further changes in them and change the style and add more lines and circles according to your requirements. I have just shown you an example at how you can do it. If you like the video, please do subscribe and I will see you in next video. Till then, bye bye.